Hey Russ, nice job here. Overall, I really like the way everything's working together. Yeah, I can't see your font because I don't have it on my computer, so I'll look at the JPEG in a second. So my main suggestion is just a little bit of sizing and a little bit of cleanup. As you can see, it's kind of hard to see some of this text. Sometimes, it just needs more contrast. So let's just see, even something like this here. Let's see. Just trying to look at just one of your streets. So, I mean, just think of it. If it was in something like white, and I'm not saying to make it white, but see how the text just stands out more because it has more contrast, as you can see. It's just, dark on light really works. It's a little bit harder to see that. So, I mean, you could make, the roads white. You could add a stroke to them. You could make the background darker and make the text light. So again, just needs more contrast. Not a lot. It's not. I mean, or you could just work on another way to make it stand out. I really like that you did use a simple font. It really works well for the streets. I would suggest a little bit more alignment here. I love the rounded rectangle. I think that works really well. You might want to just work a little bit more on aligning this, and maybe if you move some of it down, you have enough negative space that you could put legend in here, like just so the viewers, kind of like this, kind of like this here. And again, there's enough negative space too. And I would also suggest with your city and state, you do something like this. You use a stylized name here, and then you make the state underneath and make it a little bit smaller. Because, most people know that Dallas is in Texas, so it really can be really small. Let me see if I can bring up your JPEG. Okay, here, because then I can look at your font. Yeah, and you also should maybe want to work with the color, and you might want to put a box behind this, or just get rid of the this gray form and the street, because you don't want, it's hard to read the type when it's over imagery, so that's also an issue. I would not use this shade of blue. It's really hard to see in general, so you might just want to work on, even using, you could use another little box like this too, and you put white in the background, and then it's going to be a lot easier. Again, no comma here, and just put Texas underneath small. Okay, I mean, you could, you could think of another font too. This font's a little bit hard to read. It's kind of, and it doesn't, I mean, for me, it doesn't really depict Dallas that much because it's kind of a little bit feminine, and it's, I don't know what to say. It just looks something. It just doesn't have well, most cities want to go with kind of a more blockier font that stands out. I love your little icons. Another thing you could do is just make them a little bigger since you've got space on the map. And like I said with this one, she put little circles around them. So overall, you've done a really nice job. You don't have much work to do. You can, feel free to resubmit this too for more points. And if not earlier, definitely in week 8, but you can resubmit it to week 6 too for more points. Okay, but overall, really nice job. Really nice little drawings here. Yeah, I think you're doing great in the class.